Alright, so welcome everybody to another round of the Classic Car Tournament. This time we are with Tier 3, and we're here at Monza in the 2004 Ferrari. I'm here with Kubi, of
Hello.
course.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Yeah,
Very
should
excited
be
to
a
be here.
familiar pair for our
Hehe.
regular viewers. Yeah,
I think the best here, not to big
oh
myself
yeah,
up, but
yeah. Well, yeah, straight away, first things first, the sound. It's amazing,
it's
to say the least.
it's something of beauty, pure beauty.
Oh yeah, it's certainly a classic car, if you don't consider the other ones. This one definitely is.
Was it
Especially at this track.
was it this car that Ferrari was extremely quick, or was that 2003, where the car was so quick it was going a second quicker than it was last year?
I'm not quite sure, might have been this one.
Because I know this one's an iconic car,
Yeah, it
especially
is, yeah.
for, was it Michael Schumacher's last championship as well in Formula One before the Renault takeover?
I
It
think
was,
so.
yeah, yeah. Because
I don't know much about the history, so you can ask Kubi about that.
yeah, I do history in school, so it's calm. It's good.
Yeah.
I hate it. Don't do history, guys. If anything, just drop it. But I think Ginger Ninja
But yeah,
started lap. Oh yeah, Karen.
yeah, he has. But talking about the track, it's a historic track as well. So we got a good pairing here.
It's true. Obviously, we're missing the oval.
Oh yeah, the oval.
The oval was
But
quite crazy.
But like the oval was like way back in the day, so it'll be like a
It's kind of like
it wouldn't.
it's kind of like iconic, like the old Hockenheim with the big,
Yeah,
instead of the boot, it's got like that big
yeah,
D.
it is.
Yeah. There are some things
Go
we
ahead.
just can't need in Formula One
Mm.
and miss.
Well, I think there'll be less incidents this time because from yesterday I thought that the cars were a lot easier to drive than the actual the other classic cars like we had last week in Spa.
I mean, yeah, this one's very power dependent, and I think it's not too bad on the aerodynamic side compared to the '98 McLaren, um, which was changed to the 2008 one. But we'll see, won't we?
Oh yeah, about that. So next week we have a change in the calendar. We will have the 2008 McLaren instead of what we were gonna have in Suzuka. We're gonna have it at Silverstone now. So that's just a weekly update for you.
Who's going to be next across the line? Is it going to be Dan Fleming? That's actually going to set
Yeah,
the first lap time. It is, yeah. Wow, that
yeah.
sounds
Ginger
amazing.
Ninja. Yeah, it is. Ginger Ninja invalidated his lap
Coming up
less
to
for
the
two.
1 minute 22.2. Competitive lap time, I'd say. With Beans, just about. Ooh, Leclerc demolishes that lap time by a second.
Yeah.
Obviously, Leclerc with 2 podiums in the last 2 races. So he's going to be quite a competitive figure
Oh,
in this one. As wow, Dan Fleming's out.
what's happened? I think it went into the back of someone.
Beans was kind of tangled up in there, I think, as well. See him coming off the gravel.
I think it just that goes the car on the track. I'm not sure what that is.
But Beans and XD Lost Mist, quite uncompetitive, and Karim as well, from the top four, about a second away from GSL Thrasher. As Charlie's retired as well, what's going on?
I don't think. Where did Charlie retire?
By the entry to the first Lesmo.
Well, just Skipsy. That was a nice drift. Oh, that's a weird place to. Oh, he tangled with Beans.
Did he? Oh, Beans is around as
Yeah,
well.
Beans is parked up. Yeah, Beans is parked up on the side of the track with front wind damage. I think he did.
I don't think. I think they're finding this car quite hard to handle, especially when they're pushing
Nah,
really hard.
they really shouldn't though. Like, it's not that hard on traction, and I mean, yeah, it's lacking quite a lot of rear downforce. So I say that. But other than that, then you shouldn't really find this car too hard to drive.
Skippy is also retired from the session. Oh, that's on the end exit. There's two cars out on the exit of Ascari, I think that is.
Yeah, Scary. I just caught XD Lost Mist. Just lose it.
Wow.
Went straight into the barrier.
So
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. The rear grip of these cars is quite limited.
It's like non-existent, pretty much. You can say.
Yeah. You would have to run like 1/8, I think, is the front wing.
To get that
120.
back, because this car is very quick in a straight line, so I don't think you'll have an issue with that. I think most people, or the winners of today's race, the podium places, will be for the drivers who can maximize the corners as well. So people who can get the
Yeah.
best in corners, I think.
Yeah, the car is also like. We were having a good example of what not to do from Bleep Bloop. Really
What-
just struggling.
We're going to see how he handles in the Scari now as he comes into the. Oh,
Yeah,
and
you
he's
can
almost
see.
lost it. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely no rear grip at all.
yeah. I think they're pushing it a little bit too hard, in my opinion. Or maybe the car's meant to stick out like a go kart, pretty much. No rear grip as well, in some cases. Because now,
It's also a fact of preference, isn't it?
oh, it
Some
is.
drivers they like a loose rear end and some don't.
But then that puts a lot of wear on the rear tires, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah, it does as well. That's going to be a factor in the race. So we'll look
I mean,
at that.
F1's very unpredictable, and that's why people love it so much. And having an unpredictable rear end like this Ferrari does is just what everyone wants, don't they?
Yeah. I think well, what would your predictions be for the race? Because
In all fairness, I think I'd put it as it is now. To be fair, Leclerc, Thrasher, and Maka. Maybe Jasper could change the tide a little bit, take a top two or take a second or third place if you wanted to. Before Lesmo, someone's gone off there. A few cars have had a little bit of scrap. Who's that? Beans has gone off again.
Beans, yeah.
Oh, as he's lost it again on the first Lesmo.
Oh, that's
And it's going to be another front
another
wing
showing
change.
of the bad rear grip. You can see it's catching a lot of drivers out.
I think
One thing I'll tell you is you're not allowed to cut the corners anymore on quali. After tier 1 we had the official announcement of it.
yeah.
So when other people are around you, you're not allowed to go off any of the chicanes.
Oh, so you can get to the pits quicker, pretty much.
Yeah, you can start your lap quicker and everything.
Yeah.
That's not the main issue. The main issue is distracting people on a lap. So that's what they put out.
Because you don't really
So
predict.
no more corner cutting.
You don't really predict the beans coming out from the gravel trap when you're exiting a Scari, do you? And him just driving into the side of you, which it could be very likely in some cases.
Yeah. But like you can see from Beans' on board, if there's some oh dear.
Ooh, he's gone around again.
I was just saying. Yeah, it's quite distracting for someone to go off into the escape routes at full speed when you're doing a lap.
I mean, yeah, you don't really want it to happen, do you? It
No, you
can be quite annoying. But
Someone's gone off here as well.
one thing something I don't think the drivers realize is the straight line compensates for the low speeds they can take in the corners. Like the corner speed has to be very, very slow around here, just to manage grip as well as control of the car. But the straight line speed of this car is amazing, which means they don't really have to worry about the corners too much. They can go slower, keep the car steady, and then make up time on the straights. I think that's what the main aim would be around here.
Yeah, Beans has just gone off for make that 5th time.
Oh my god, again. I mean,
Yeah, he just spun it.
Oh, he's done it again. He's missing another end plate, but
maybe it's good to not spectate him anymore.
Burning Man's
Someone's
also
gone
gone
off
off.
Ascari as well.
Yeah, going quite conservatively and slowly there, Burning Man.
Yeah, that's
Ooh!
Burning Man.
Behind him, Beans! Wow!
Was that Beans off again?
Yeah, Beans almost went into the back of Burning Man.
Oh dear.
Oh, you got a 5 place grip penalty for that as well. That was a very light contact. There was literally no contact between them as well. So 7 minutes
Going
left.
back to the
Yeah, carry on.
Going back to the predictions, I think I'll have to agree with you with SO Leclerc being on top, because he's just gone quicker, hasn't he?
Yeah, 1 minute 20.8.
Yeah.
He's 6 tenths quicker than his nearest rival. And then, as I said, Jasper Plays going second or third, which he actually has gone third now as GSR Thresh improved his lap. Maka down in P4. And Dan Fleming retired at the very start of the session, but still manages to keep P5 for the time being. Yellow flag also on the start from the straight. I think that's someone going into the pits at the moment. As Jasper goes P2 actually, 1 minute 21.2.
Oh, yeah.
Improves in his lap time.
I think people are gonna obviously get quicker as the qualifying session goes on.
Yeah.
So someone has gone off at Lesmo 2.
Krim has actually gone off there.
Yeah.
Spun it. But what do you think of the track and the car combination for this weekend?
I think it's a good combination because, like, yeah, it's obviously for the historic. Like, it's a Ferrari car. It's championship winning Ferrari car at Monza. Like, what better track could you possibly get? But for driving, it's I think I'll pick another track for driving.
So you're not really a fan of the Tifosi track, are you then?
It's a good track, but not for this car. Because this track you need that rear downforce, especially through Ascari.
So what track would you preferably put this car at then, if you obviously had the choice to make that decision?
I think I have Canada in mind because it's not a bad track, and it's quite flowing as well. That's just my personal opinion. Please don't attack me.
Sorry there, Tony, but ABRKR, or Thermal BRKR now, goes 2 tenths quicker than Esther Leclerc, 1 minute 20.6. Massive cut of the corner there, but no obstructing of any drivers, so I think that is legal.
Yeah, it's legal as long as nobody's around you or in front of you.
Exactly, yeah. So that's fine then.
So like right now, you see that car in front. You're not allowed to do that. But it's not that much of an issue when you're behind the car. It's whether you're in front of the car and you do it.
Because you can throw off the whole groove, can't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 4 minutes left of the session now. Most people are out at the moment. A few people are on the pits, obviously. I think Bleep is on. Oh, Bleep was on the lap, timed lap as well as he spins on the exit of the first corner of Ascari, losing some of his front wing. I'm pretty sure these cars feel like they don't have a front or rear wing at all, especially through those corners.
Yeah, especially through Lesmo 1 and 2, it feels like you have no front wing.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, because you want to go as fast as possible, but it's impossible to predict where your car is going.
I think Adrian Newey's 2010 Red Bull would be amazing around Ascari and Lesmo and Parabolica.
Yeah.
Just needs a Ferrari engine, that car does.
It does. Well, not the current Ferrari engine, the old one.
the 2004 one would be ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting qualifying though. We've got, what was it, 4 drivers haven't been able to set a lap time yet, and 3 of them have retired from the session. It's just Ginger Ninja's left to set a lap time.
Yeah, he's been out for quite a while, hasn't he? Yet to set a lap time. We'll see if he does this lap. Yeah, quite aggressive through Lesmo 1. Maximizing everything. That's not a bad run through Lesmo 2 as well. You see his sector split. Past Alaska there, who's run out of fuel, I think. Ooh, that's bad, Ascari. It's bad entry.
But I think he's
That might
competent.
compromise his lap time a bit.
But
See through Parabolica. Right onto the apex, that's not bad. Get a good exit. And we'll see where he goes.
57. 1:22.0. It's not a bad lap, quite good. But still 1.5 seconds off of thermal ABRKR.
Yeah.
I don't think we predicted anything for thermal BRKR to be first place, actually, did we?
No. I mean, Tier 3 champion last season. You would expect him to be up there. I think that SR Leclerc's gonna pip him though for the pole. Obviously from Tier 2. Depending on how much practice he's done, but I think he'll be up there.
But I'm quite surprised that thermal BRKR hasn't actually been moved up to tier 2 for season 4.
Yeah, I think there was a discussion about it, and I think the reason was that Tier 2 was just so full.
Because he's, I think...
Once this,
Yeah, carry on.
yeah, once the season starts, the actual season starts, I think he'll be, I think you'll see why, because the competitiveness in the Tier 2 is insane. Like the gap between all the drivers is about, well, it's really close. So that's why that was the main reason he wasn't moved up.
As you said, there just wasn't enough space, but he is definitely worthy of that tier 2 drive, in my opinion. Even give him some test runs and like qualifying, whatever it is. I don't know. You can't even do test runs, can you? In ABS, be nice to see him do one though.
Yeah, we have a pre-season, so I guess. Oh, Jasper's gone fastest.
1:20.5. He's really pulled that one out the bag right now. As we have finished
Oh,
qualifying.
wait a minute. Thermal and SR Leclerc won't make it to the line.
So that's gonna be it for now,
Is
isn't
the
it?
qualifying done, or is the glitch? Oh, the game's glitched. Alright.
Has it? It says time remaining though.
Yeah, it has, but they're still allowed to start a lap.
Oh, okay. Makes sense, yeah.
Ooh, double lock up there.
Oh. No, they're not. SR Leclerc wasn't able to start a lap time.
Oh, but Thermal ABRKR was able to. So something's gone on.
Yeah, FIA is being glitched for this race.
Oh yeah, Thermal ABRKR has just gone 2/10 up the first sector.
Wow. He's only 10th behind Jasper as well.
Yeah. So that
And-
will pretty much be pole for him.
Do
Unless he invalidates, which is a real possibility through a scar.
do they start on the tyre compounds that they set the lap time on, or is that non-existent in these cars?
Yes, they do.
Ooh. So Alaska ES in P6 won't be very happy with that. With the tyres he's starting on.
Oh yeah, 3 laps.
Thermal ABRKR rounds Parabolica right now. Taking a very smooth line attack. 1:20.3 as well. Takes pole by 2/10 over Jasper Plays, which leaves the top 3. Well, for the time being, I think it's going to be like that for the end of qualifying. Thermal ABRKR, Jasper Plays, and SR Leclerc. No one's going to be able to improve on their times. I'm just waiting for Jasper to get into the pits, and I think that would be enough qualifying. Yes, it is, indeed. Words of wisdom. Competitive sessions, you think, Tony? From these boys?
Well, there's obvious gaps between the drivers. I think that's clear. But competitiveness during the race, it'll be much better, I think. Especially at the start. You'll see.
Especially the first corner will be, hopefully
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no, what do you call it? There's like a term for it. There's no torpedoes into Turn 1, hopefully.
Yeah,
No-
dive bombs and everything.
Exactly, yeah, because won't look pretty from our current commentary box, would it? Would it, Tony?
It, I wouldn't know. It would just look like a mess. So, well, hopefully we don't see that.
Hopefully we do not. But we're welcoming you now to the race. It's going to be overcast, I think. There's not going to be any rain, hopefully. Because if there was rain, I think these cars would be even more undrivable, and I think we'd only end up with 3 people finishing.
Yeah, we had that in tier 2 qualifying, but luckily it was only qualifying, so we didn't have a wet race.
I think a wet qualifying is bearable because you can make up the damage done in the race. But a wet race, it's where you score points. You score the points, unless you're in F2, where you can score 4 points in qualifying if you're on pole position.
Yeah.
It's a very weird category to race in my opinion. Very weird.
Speaking of F2, there's some rumors about F2 starting again that I've just picked up on.
Because it was cancelled, wasn't it, for season 4?
It was cancelled. I mean, we were commentating it.
Exactly. We took our jobs. That's
rumors
formation
that it might be back this next season. As that was quite messy, wasn't it? Did you see that between Maka and Ginger Ninja?
I actually didn't see it. I was on board with Thermal BRKR.
I just saw it from the broadcast. There was just like 2 cars just like pinging each other to the wall, going into each other. So hopefully that isn't on the actual race start, because that'll be quite messy. I don't think whichever one calls that, the victim will be too happy. Here's the predicted pit strategy though: 1 stop or a 2 stop. I think people are going for the 1 stop. The safety car is off and there's no real reason for you to pit.
Yeah, I don't
You
think.
just lose a.
Do you think that
all the
we
time.
even have to pit with 13 laps only in this race?
No, 1 stop is definitely possible, by a long way.
Yeah, I've got the same thing. For me, it's either 0 stops or 1 stop. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
0 stops, yeah.
I don't think there's a need for a stop, because these tires on these what is it, on these classic cars are actually very durable compared to the
Yeah,
Pirelli
they are.
ones. It's crazy. Which does actually hinder strategy and race outcome, obviously, because if you're doing on raw performance and not any pit strategies, it does kind of eliminate the unpredictableness of F1.
Look at this though, look at this.
It's Parla,
This on the back straight.
F1 qualifying 2019, Monza.
It's just a ton of red cars going like wobbly and everything. Look at that.
Quite cool, I like it.
ABI is lagging as well.
Hopefully it doesn't lag out of this race, as a few cars have been disqualified from the session. But I mean, what can you do? You touch someone lightly, you're disqualified immediately from the formation lap. That's Cody's for you, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, it is.
Well, as the drivers are rounding off the formation lap now, ABRKR leads them with Jasper plays in second. SO Leclerc was that last week's podium finisher in P3.
Yeah.
GSR Thrasher P4, XT Lost Mist in P5. Alaska's ES making a comeback from season 1 and 2 in P6. But Tony's going to go through 5 lights.
Yeah, 5 lights. They're still on. Oh, we're not away on my screen.
Not on my one either.
Alright, so we'll have a little bit of a waiting time as they rev it up now. And I think we'll see when they go. And away we go now. There's already a good start from ABRKR, but real squabbling behind. Already about 4 wide behind there. That's not gonna end great. That's a car off already. ABRKR double lock up into turn 1. That's really close between the. Someone's had to cut a corner, but it's still ABRKR leading by a mile now. Disqualified already is Javel.
Last week's race
quite
runner as
messy
well.
Start. Yeah, that was a messy start. He was disqualified in the qualifying as well for the
massive
same reason.
contact there between Lost Mist and
Yeah, that's someone
SO
spun
Leclerc.
around. And front wing damage I can see for a lot of drivers already. Bit of front wing just flying off there.
4 cars went off into the
And
second
that's
chicane.
another car round.
Who's that?
Who
Is
was
that Alaska? That's Alaska ES.
Yeah, that's Alaska around. Patiently waiting for everybody to pass by.
Oh, Dan Fleming
But
overtaking
yeah,
Ginger
already a
Ninja.
messy start. And it's only been one lap and we've already lost 2 drivers.
A lot of front wing damage as well, so there's going to be a lot of the pit lane must be filled with Ferrari mechanics at the moment. As Beans is trying to take the slipstream off of Burning Man. Is he going to go down the inside on Parabolica? He is going to go down the inside. Burning Man leaving him a lot of space, but had the better grip going into the second phase of the corner. Beans just lagging behind a little bit. As Thrasher pits as well.
Oh yeah, he does. We saw a lot of drivers with front wing damage. That's one of them. Pitting, obviously.
There's already gaps
But
forming
yeah,
between.
Thermal ABA car already about 2 seconds in front of SOL Leclerc.
Yeah, I like
showing
those.
his real race pace right now.
Oh, and Dan Fleming's gone off with Exilos missed. I think none of the boys wanted to give each other any
Oh,
space, and they just had to suffer in that battle, unfortunately. But I was going to go back to there's a lot of gaps in between the top 7, as into the second chicane now. Krim and the Blop Bosch are going head to head. Krim really bad exit there from the second chicane. And that means that Bosch can get the switchback on him. Looks like Krim's got some damage or something. He's getting a really slow exits there. As is that Dan Fleming out of the race? It is.
Oh, that's another one. Where's he gone off here? That's the rear tire. Must have been a spin or something.
It was the second in between the Lesmes, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's
The
harsh.
entry of Lesma 2.
But look at the 3-0 battle for P3 at the moment. Maka, Charlie, and Jasper. Just a train of slipstream going into the first corner. I don't think anyone's going to do any dive bombs. It's too risky. Ooh, Charlie almost hit the back of Maka. All going very wide.
Going
except for
side by side though. Maka had a poor exit. That means Charlie's going to get him there. Gets 3rd position.
And Jasper's
Coming into this second chicane here. Will there be any dive bombs? It looks like it. Maka's going to try the inside. We're going to get a good view from Jasper here. Maka gets cleanly around the inside. That wasn't really clean from Jasper there. Touching wheels there. There's Charlie.
Oh, Charlie goes quite
Oh,
wide.
that's wide.
Wow. Oh, and he
That's
spun
gonna
as
be a
well, and he hit
spin,
the
yeah.
wall. He's
Is that? Oh, he's really lucky not to get punted out the race.
exactly any damage, not even any front wing damage, which was very lucky in his circumstance
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But Jasper Maka now, the back straight now. Slipstream, absolute king on this track at the moment as well. But there's not going to be much difference because the straight line speed of these cars are incredible, from what we know. But Exilos missed, goes around the outside, or inside actually, of Bosch for P9. And Bosch is actually missing quite a big chunk of his front wing. I'm not sure how that's happened. And he's still going as well. Thrash has left the session, we might have to invite him back. But he's DNF'd, so there's no need.
Both of them have severe front wing damage. Smith has actually got more front wing damage than Bleep. Here comes Bleep though. He's gonna cover the inside. Oh,
Watch out to back out of that one.
that was dangerous.
Maka defending from Jasper. Sorry, Tony, to like keep changing the driver we're looking at. As Maka actually gets a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner there. Interesting.
Ooh, Maka gets a poor exit out of Lesmo 2 though. That'll bring Jasper right onto the back of him. Into Ascari. I don't think you want to go side by side there. Especially with oh, he's still gonna try it though.
Wow.
Round the outside. Thank you very much. That was brilliant.
That was very ambitious, and it actually paid off dividends for him as well. Look how far ahead he is of Maka now. Broken the slipstream completely to the Ferrari behind him.
Just wanna, it didn't. Maka had a really slow entry into Ascari though. I thought he had front wing damage or something. But it turns out he doesn't.
But is he going to catch Jasper on the straight now? He's getting some slipstream, but it's not substantial enough to make a dive bomb into the first corner here. But Maka, look how much he's closed down onto Jasper.
Oh, yeah, XD Lost Miss is right onto the back of Bleep Bloop now. He's going to try probably a dive bomb into turn 1 here. He's really close, gaining by a lot. 358 kilometers per hour on the straight. Double lockup though. Oh, that makes contact. Luckily both of them survive, but that's not what you want to do. Lock up into the driver in front as well. But crucially, he's lost about 2/10 there that he's going to have to make up again, and that's going to, I think, Bleep was going to hold him up for quite a bit.
I mean, especially he's losing front wing end plates as well, which is going to put a lot of strain on the front tyres as well, especially the car lifting, not actually sticking to the floor, as Bosch gets a really bad exit there from Lesmo 1, which means he's got a compromised run into Lesmo 2, which means Charlie, with a new fresh front wing and probably some fresh tyres as well, looks like he wants to take P9 and P10 from the both of them.
Yeah, both of them have front wing damage. This should be easy picking for Charlie here. Did you see though? Bleep Bloop kind of squeezed. What was it? Lost Mist off on the exit of. What was this? The second chicane.
I'm not sure I remembered it.
Very nice.
But it's, you know, it's racing. Sometimes they have to do wall-to-wall combat.
Yeah.
So it makes it exciting. But Charlie's obviously going to have
Charlie,
the advantage. Yeah, carry on, Tony. Carry on, Tony.
Yeah, Charlie's right behind Bleep Bloop, but Bleep Bloop's gonna have slipstream on XD Lost Mist. Is it gonna be 3 wide? I don't think it's close enough. But look at this amount of time Charlie gains on Bleep Bloop under braking. That's a poor exit. That's very poor from him.
Probably dirty air or something, maybe. But side by side go Bleep Bloop and actually Lost Miss into the second chicane. I think Charlie Bleep Bloop had to back out of that one, just so there wasn't any substantial contact between them, both of them.
Yeah, they've been quite close, haven't they? These two.
They have, yeah.
Quite, not giving each other room.
But Ginger Ninja is also quite close to Maka. I mean, it's less than a second. The gap is between them, but I don't think it's worth the watch just yet. As I saw Leclerc pits on lap 7.
Oh.
That's interesting. That's an interesting strategy. Is he going for a fastest lap or something? Just to get an extra point?
Well, we're basing this off of classic car points. So there is no point for fastest lap, I believe.
There isn't, exactly.
Yeah, so probably had front wind damage or something.
As look how actually Lost Miss has pulled away from Bosch at the moment now, and Charlie's going to get an amazing run into T1. Might go for a dive bomb even. Is he going to look for one? He's going to do a Daniel Ricciardo on Kimi Raikkonen, and he does do it, and successfully as well. Plants the car nicely. Just maximizes his exit speed as well. Bosch getting very unsettled there on the exit of the chicane. But look at the gains that Bosch is doing as he gets on the grass, and he's lost it. He's spun it. Yeah, I don't think you want to be going on there at 300 kilometers per hour, do you, Tony?
No, you don't. That's a very deadly gravel right on the exit of that right-hander. You really don't want to get on that. But look at the state of his front window. That's really poor.
It isn't. It
But
isn't
actually,
the
if you
best.
look at XD Lost Smith, he's got more front wing damage than Bleep Bloop.
Oh, he's caught onto the back of
managing
Krim.
yeah.
Maybe this suits him, you know, his setup. May allowed him to take more out of the car in the corners. I'm not sure, but look at the
that's
gap.
quite magical for him.
Look at the gap between Maka and
speaking of
Ginger
which,
Ninja.
Ginger Ninja, yeah. That's a good.
Had to back out of that move
Right.
there.
Not quite close enough. But realize once these cars hit 358, they don't go any higher. That's their absolute max speed.
And the problem is, all cars do that, which, regardless of slipstream, the slipstream isn't really potent on these cars, is it? As it should
Yellow
be.
flags behind. That's Bleep
Oh,
Bloop. I
that's
believe-
Burning Man, I think, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
Burning Man's
Burning
gone off. Ooh.
Bleep was gone in the pits.
Yeah, I think it was time he went into pits.
Yeah, not sure how that happened.
But yeah, I do want to watch Maka for a little bit, or maybe the battle for 7th. I don't think, or 6th. Sorry, I don't think it's close enough just yet. I think the battle for third might be more interesting for the time being.
Yeah, battle for ninth as well is heating up. Charlie on the back of Beans now.
Beans with no damage, but very slow in all parts of the track compared to the rest of the grid.
Side by side with Ascari, it will be. Charlie still side by side, has to back out a bit. Beans close the door, makes contact. That's not what you want to do, Ascari. He's run away with that.
Oh, Krim's getting overtaken by XD Lost Mist, actually, around the outside of Parabolica now.
Oh,
And downforce.
got a little bit of the grass there. That's sending his car sideways into the corner.
But, Lost Mist is actually quicker without his end plates than Krim, who actually has a full front wing. That's really interesting. Oh, big lock up there.
Not. Yeah, he hit Cream as well. And he's gonna poor exit. This will bring Charlie in as well. Back onto the back of Lost Mist again. Might fancy a double overtake here. Or just has to back out a bit. Cream blocks him a bit.
On the grass.
Yeah, don't want to go on the grass. Unsettles the car quite a bit.
Oh,
Alaska's
Alaska's
retired in the pit lane. Yeah.
Yeah, he has, yeah. I think he just gave up halfway through the race. Not even halfway through anymore.
Penalties.
As the top.
This race has gone quite quickly.
It has, yeah. It's only 3 laps remaining now. Krim, XD Lost Mist and Krim going head to head for P6. I never thought I'd see this, especially XD Lost Mist without a front wing. Wow, ran the outside of. Who's that?
Charlie's gone.
Oh, Charlie spun it. Unfortunately. Oh no. As Burning Man just takes P8 from him. That's really unfortunate there.
Yeah, how has Charlie managed to keep it out of the wall there? I don't know. That was must
Your
have locked
skill.
up or something. But here's that XD Lost Mist side by side with Krim Nesto on the straight. That's quite an easy overtake for him.
But Krim's got the slipstream as well. He goes for it. Oh, I think he actually pulled it off. He pulled it off then. Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice little overtake.
Wow.
Oh, and that's.
I think
Not sure if that was intentional or not. That looked sketchy.
I don't think Lost Mist expected Krim to have really slow exit speed there.
It's a real lock up for Lost Mist, but he's gonna get past Krim Nesto. Krim Nesto seems to have really bad exits through corners.
He does very conservative on the throttle there. I think Lost Mist can just extract more from the car. But look at Ginger Ninja
yeah.
and Mac are gonna go front wheel to back wheel into Parabolica. But Ginger Ninja is gonna back off a little bit. Obviously 6-second time penalties for Ginger Ninja and 3-second for Maka. So I think Ginger Ninja wants to get past him as quickly as possible. As I think we can both agree that ABRKR has had a dominant race today. 14.5 seconds ahead of Jasper. Yeah, I think anyone could touch him down the inside.
That's a dive bomb.
I think that's what
That
you do
was a
call a dive
dive
bomb. That was amazing. Down
We're
the
not gonna
inside.
call any other move a dive bomb. That's a dive bomb. There you go. Just clearing that up for you.
I think that was a amazing dive bomb there. That was
Yeah, that was a late move.
prime Daniel Ricciardo there. I think that's what you can call it.
Yeah. Credit for Maka as well for leaving the space.
It takes a man of goodwill and sportsmanship to actually leave someone the space.
Yeah.
Not Jan, obviously, who would drive into the side of you. But yeah, so dominant race for the top two, obviously. Thumway BRKR ahead of Jasper, and Jasper also 8 seconds ahead of Ginger Ninja at the moment. As Thumway ABRKR puts in fastest lap of the race as well. And just to add some more salt to the wounds for Jasper.
Yeah. It's about a second a lap if you think about it. Just more than a second a lap. 'Cause he's 15 seconds in front of Jasper.
Yeah, I think ABRKR is going to win the season again in Tier 3. Obviously, if he's lucky enough, because, you know, some drivers are very unlucky in all tiers as well. But for what we're seeing now, I think it's going to be a domination by ABRKR.
Yeah, Charlie's onto the back of Burning Man now.
Off of P8 at the moment. Obviously, the last point on the grid as well, because he's going to only be first to 8th. As he goes, going to go down the inside, pretty much. Moves to the inside of Burning Man. And he's going to park the car on the apex, but has to leave space for Burning Man, who just went on the curb a little bit, compromised his run through the second apex there. And I think Charlie's got a commanding advantage now over Burning Man as they exit. So,
Yeah, that would be quite a good overtake from him.
is Leclerc closing into Maka by any chance? The gap is less than a second now. Maka's going very slowly through Ascari.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Obviously, Leclerc.
Let's not forget though,
Carry on.
Ginger Ninja still has that 9-second penalty. He needs to gain by how many is that?
By
6 seconds. The gap needs to be 6 seconds between whoever is in 4th place and Ginger Ninja for him to keep that podium. But it's the final lap now. This is going to be a final lap overtake from SR Leclerc.
Oh, who's that gone off there?
Who might have been Beans, I think.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Oh, and that's
P10.
contact between these two. Makov sent sideways. That's going to be looked at afterwards, I think. Makov's not going to be that happy about it.
How many penalties does Leclerc have, by the way?
Leclerc does have 3.
3 seconds, 9 seconds by Ginger Ninja. So at the moment, Leclerc's taken P3. If you can keep it the way it is.
Yeah, but look at the amount of time Leclerc is gaining. Gained
Exactly.
about 3/10 through those corners.
Leclerc, obviously, the quicker driver than Ginger Ninja. There's nothing to split the two of them, only 2/10, but
Thermal ABRKR, dominant race from him. He's going to finish right behind Beans, who's a lap car. But that's a dominant win for him. Task McClay is 16 seconds behind. But still, a P2 nonetheless. He's going to be quite happy with that. SL, yeah, the Ginger Ninja comes across the line. P3 with 9 seconds though. We'll see if Leclerc jumps him. Yeah, he probably will look at the gap, yeah.
he will, yeah.
Assess P3 for SL Leclerc and P4 for Ginger Ninja. Maka comes home P5. He's not going to be happy with that move from SL Leclerc. Maybe he thinks that he should have got P3. We'll see. Beans has retired now.
As
Lost Miss comes home P6.
and with
That's,
a broken front wing, I think he's done quite a good job there, in my opinion.
Cremonesta weaving about there. He's happy with that P7. Charlie runs off P8. The final point scoring position, of course, because we're running this classic car season. Points.
Well, yeah, only 9
That
finishes.
was,
I'm quite surprised it's only 9 finishes today. Beans driver of the day.
Driver of the day. Yeah, I'll disagree.
He didn't even finish.
Yeah, I think the game just
It's a Grosjean situation in Bahrain, wasn't it?
got that wrong. Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I liked the race quite a bit. It was an interesting race. What do you think of it, Tony?
It was quite. Yeah, it was quite interesting. Not as many crashes as I thought. To be honest.
I think if we saw the Red Bull, the 2010 one down here, I think we would have seen more overtaking due to the slower speed and the higher downforce of these cars.
Yeah.
Would have been a bit different. We had a lot of retirements, obviously. Yeah, commanding win by ABRKR. Tony, do you want to go through the order quickly then?
Yeah. Once. Yeah, we shall. Once this game loads.
Or should I go through it then, because I've got the order on my
Yeah,
screen
you
right
can
now.
go for it.
So in first place we've got Thermal BRKR, 15.5 seconds ahead of Jasper in P2. Third place SL Leclerc, all 3 out of 3 races on the podium. Ginger Ninja P4, Mac at P5, XT Lost Miss with a broken front wing in P6, Krim in P7, and Charlie running off the point scoring positions in P8, Burning Man in P9, and Beans in P10. The rest of them are unfortunately history for us, with Skippy's and Javel not. Javel, obviously last week's winner, not being able to even finish a lap after being disqualified from the race. Going the wrong way, I think it was. That thermal ABRK are
Yeah,
there.
it was.
Need to this.
Hello, boy.
Hey, Wagwan.
Congratulations on your win,
Thank you.
Lewis Hamilton style.
In it.
Disgusting.
I hadn't driven that since, like, ever. Until that race. And
You
touched the
haven't?
car. Nah, I just
Oh,
went
so
on
you're
time
saying
trial.
it's a first... Really?
Yeah, I went on time trial and stole
wow.
Busy Gorgon's setup and then did it.
Oh my god. Do you have a dog by any chance as well?
Do I have a...
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
Do you want to make it vegan then?
What?
We've actually just switched it to eating raw meat, so probably not. She would not
Oh,
appreciate that.
I'll get started with the interviews then, just not hold the rest of the guys up. But commanding win today. Do you think you're? Do you find any challenges today in today's race, or is it all smooth sailing for you then?
The challenge was getting a lap in quali, because I did the first one in lean, and then the second one I locked up into turn 1 and spun out. But in the race, as long as I got past turn 1, I was confident I could hold it, and I did. So yeah, it wasn't that dodgy.
But a dominant race, nevertheless, though. Nevertheless. Congratulations, anyway.
Cheers.
We'll move on to Jasper as he's P2.
Kind of in no man's land, the whole race. What do you have to say about the race? Was it boring, exciting?
Well, it was alright, because I had a shit start, like I always do.
Hey.
So I lost 5 positions off the start, and then just everyone was spinning across the track everywhere. And then from there, I just kind of merged in P2 somehow. And then from there, it was just normal drive, really. No one else came and challenged or something, or anything, but I couldn't catch ABRK, I was just too fast.
I was actually going to
Cheers.
ask if you had the pace, or you thought you could have the pace to catch him, but you just answered my question there.
yeah, no chance.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations on P2 anyway.
Yeah, thanks.
Difficult car as well. Is it a very difficult car to control as well?
I think it's more difficult to turn in, but I think the traction's a lot easier.
Yeah, if we get everybody's opinions on that.
APR?
It's very easy to lock up. You know what? I don't like driving it. Really, it's just too hard to control, especially on pad, because I just can't correct quick enough. So if I make
As
a
he
mistake, I'm
As
in
he
the
takes
wall.
P1 by 15 seconds, too hard to...
Well, yeah, that's because I made sure not to make a mistake.
You were quicker than
I saw
Jasper.
I saw you lock up quite a bit during the race, yeah.
Yeah, it was sketchy. You had to shift the brake bias round at certain parts every lap.
Ah, yeah.
Well,
Moving on, SOL Leclerc, are you still?
Yeah, I'll ask the question. 3 out of 3 races on the podium. Do you hope to make it a 4th next week?
That's the plan, but you never know what happens.
You are the championship leader, I think, as well, aren't you? At the moment.
Yeah, I think the gap's 7 points to Joris now. I think that's what he said it was.
Do you think there's anything in the way of you winning the championship at the moment? Or...
I think it's in my hands. I think the only thing realistically that can stop me, I think's myself. I think what I done was I prepared quite a bit, because I think it was like in the midweek. I was about half an hour on time trial, and I just went off and I didn't do these cars again until today. And I sort of forgot them, so I was just trying to learn the car again. So I've done a few laps for my first run to learn it again. But I think the only thing that can stop me is myself.
I mean, congratulations anyway on your podium again. But Tony, you got anything? Any questions to add as well or ask?
Yeah, we saw you move on. Who was it? On the final lap. You remember that one?
On Exylos
yeah.
Mist, wasn't it?
Yeah, XD lost missed. Do you think that was clean or not? Because there was some archaeology there.
Oh, what, on turn 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I left him the room. I was up the inside and I left him the room on the outside and I took a wider line. And there was enough room for him, I think. And I think if he hit me, I left him enough room.
Right, so you're putting the blame on him.
Well, I'm
I
not.
didn't get a good view of it, but
Yeah, I'm not completely blaming him. It's that, but if I made sure I left the room because I'd done that move already on some people. And earlier on in the race, I was on the outside of someone, and they squeezed me. So I was just I thought, I should like leave more room to try. And so I left the room, and then I've looked behind me, and he's just like he looks a bit squirmy.
alright, fair enough. But that will be the